As the steward of Texas roadways, TxDOT works every day to keep traffic moving, whether on farm-to-market roads or multi-lane highways. Billions of dollars worth of business transactions and freight depend on it. So does the population of the nation's fourth largest city. TxDOT's Houston district maintains 11,084 miles of roadway used by more than 5 million registered vehicles traveling 100 million miles each day. Even when turbulent weather traverses our state, the work of TxDOT does not stop. Roadway safety, infrastructure longevity, and clear evacuation routes all contribute to a sustainable future for roadways that meet the daily needs of Texans and the visitors who travel our state. This is what TxDOT designs, builds, and works to accomplish every day. Improving drainage is a critical part of every TxDOT project. It includes creating ditches along farm-to-market roads, improving drainage through curb and gutter systems, expanding underground storm sewer capacity, and adding pump stations and detention ponds to control and capture moving water. TxDOT tackles drainage challenges in partnership with local municipalities and flood control districts to help systems that meet the needs of our roadways and the region as a whole. Most importantly, TxDOT looks at entire drainage systems when designing a project so that solving the problem of too much water in one section of roadway does not create too much water somewhere else. Central to TxDOT's approach is expanding system capacity to contain stormwater runoff from roads and highways until it can safely drain to regional stormwater systems when they can handle the flow, resulting in better management of runoff. A look at some completed projects shows many of the ways TxDOT has improved drainage to keep roads and motorists safe. Sites such as the below street level intersection of I-10 Frontage Road and Beltway 8 was one of the most notorious in Houston until TxDOT added detention ponds and diverted stormwater that used to fill the intersection. Similarly, improvements are being made to the below grade intersection of Highways 90 and 99 in Fort Bend County. Rebuilding U.S. Highway 290 included dedicated connectors, widening of lanes, and a 10-mile extension of the high-occupancy vehicle lane. As with any TxDOT project, drainage improvements were made to ensure the lifespan of the roadway and its ability to serve as an evacuation route when bad weather strikes. Detention ponds were added under the interchanges with 610 and also Beltway 8, as well as spaces between the access ramps and frontage roads. Roadway improvements continue throughout the Houston district. The reconstruction of the I-69 Southwest Freeway, I-610 West Loop interchange involves transforming the interchange's one-lane connectors into two-lane connectors. Not as obvious are the major drainage improvements through the expansion of drainage pipes and the addition of 2 detention sites located between the I-69 main lanes and West Park Drive west of 610. Also, 4 pump stations moved water downstream from the detention sites when it's safe to do so after a storm. A drainage project for Highway 288 near North McGregor Way recently broke ground. It is installing enhanced storm sewer capacity along Texas 288 from North McGregor Way to Interstate 69 and should be completed by summer of 2027. Farm-to-market roads are important roadways TxDOT builds and maintains. Years of planning have gone into the project to widen and improve FM 2920 from 290 to I-45. Significant drainage improvements, including adding detention ponds to help control stormwater during storms, is part of this project. New projects will tackle even bigger drainage challenges. The I-45 North Houston Highway Improvement Project incorporates some of the most significant flood control and drainage elements of any project undertaken in the Houston area. Engineers are using the newest National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration Atlas 14 rainfall data to design the stormwater control system for this project. Areas that have traditionally flooded in the project area, such as Independence Heights, will finally be relieved of this burden. Through a combination of greatly enlarged underground pipes, pump stations, and new detention areas and canals, the capacity to hold water off streets and highways will be vastly improved. TxDOT estimates that the mini drainage improvements will reduce flooding areas by 795 acres and prevent flooding of 1,525 structures. The improvements will affect Little White Oak, and Buffalo Bayous. The use of detention ponds and pump stations will hold 1,309 acre-feet of floodwaters, enough to fill the Astrodome nearly 1.5 times. The I-10 Katy Corridor project will also replace outdated stormwater systems. If you were to view a map of just a few of the projects undertaken by TxDOT's Houston District, you begin to see the far-reaching benefits these efforts provide toward creating stormwater resiliency in Harris, Fort Bend, Montgomery, Waller, Brazoria, and Galveston counties. Building resilient systems, improving sustainability, enhancing safety, and preserving the integrity of the infrastructure ensure that the Houston area will continue to prosper well into the future.